Oh, what's up?
Hey everyone, it's Everything Is, your favorite two-person podcast.
Yeah, we are
we were
we are
told-
lacking a Chatwin.
Yeah, he is. I don't know what he's doing.
He's playing mysterious today. He said start the recording.
Well, our bingo card did say there's a very crucial spot where if Chatwin does something with his gastrointestinal system, then we could be closer to gold. But
Interesting. So he might just be shitting his pants.
he wants to wait till it's done to show us, like a dog.
All right. Well, how you doing? In the meantime, and in between time,
I'm good. I've been making some chili. Decided I
Ooh.
might be a chili guy for this April.
Nice. You're doing chili, huh, dude?
Good
I got a
chili.
really good chili recipe.
Do you?
Yeah, you put a little pulled pork in there. Pulled pork chili,
Oh,
fantastic. Got a hair. Oh, I got it. It's a hair stuck in my mouth. Yeah, pulled pork chili. Fantastic. It's like a Jack Daniel's pulled pork chili. Oh, it's so good.
one of those. The
Yeah. So
fully formed.
so you get like one or two of those. Throw them in with a bunch of beans, your tomato paste, your seasonings, your holy God. Hi, Chatwin.
Wow.
Hello. Shall I say?
Wow.
I've never been more attracted to you, I must say.
Oh, why? Thank you, David.
You don't have a voice?
You can't hear me?
No, we can hear you. You don't have like an anime voice you could do?
I can try.
Waifu voice?
What have you done?
Hey, David. How are you doing, baby?
Oh God, it got even better.
Butthead son from. Well, Chatwin, it's you're looking fantastic.
Well, thank you. Appreciate it. You too. You're both looking nice on this Friday.
Oh, she winked at me. Someone figured out how to use OBS.
Hey.
Oh, yeah. Whoa. Back up.
Hey.
Here, do I?
Well, go ahead, ma'am.
Oh, I thank you. You're too kind. So yeah, this week, as I've been feeling a little bit different lately after going to the Anime Con this last Saturday or Sunday. So I made a short little video, and I was gonna talk all about it. So roll that intro, waifu-san.
All right, waifu.
Okay.
Everything is everything. Everything is everything.
Everything is everything.
Everything is everything. Everything is everything. Everything is everything. Everything is everything. Everything is everything. Everything is everything. Everything is everything. Everything is everything. Everything is everything. Everything is everything. Everything is everything. Everything is everything.
Is everything. Is everything. Is everything. Is everything.
Hello, shamase.
Shama. Wyoming.
Wyoming.
He said Ohio.
I think it means good morning in Japanese.
Oh, does it? Oh,
yeah. Well, Wyoming to everyone out there, and Ida hody ho to you, David and Chatwin.
Why, thank you.
Yes.
Back at you, man. So, Chatwin, you want to explain?
Well, maybe I'll give you
flustered. There's a pretty young woman here, and I'm just
what kind of transition you went through?
But this isn't even my final form, I might remind you. This isn't even my final form.
Can you raise your hands?
Yeah, you're asking a lot here.
Okay, I was just wondering. Sorry.
There's too much shit on me. I can't move.
Yeah. So, like I mentioned, I went to an anime convention for the first time. I've never been. And, I documented a little bit of it and made a short little video so I can kind of give the rundown of what it's all about, and we can talk a little bit about it.
Nice. All right, you want to play it now?
Yeah, if you'd like.
All right, let's check it out. Here is Chatwin's anime convention.
Anime, the Japanese global phenomenon that has captured the hearts and wallets of millions of fans around the world. To some, a casual pastime, a harmless bit of escapism from the daily hustle and bustle of reality. To others, a frightening, deep, endless abyss of tantalizing terrors and unbridled addictions where any means of escape is snuffed out by big anime boobas. No matter which side of the coin you fall, anime fans shine as a diverse and eclectic community whose love and fondness for Japanese cartoons shines its brightest in comfortable temperature-controlled environments. The anime convention was no different. Stepping into the convention floor was like entering another dimension, a vibrant tapestry woven with the threads of countless fictional worlds, jumbled into a visual cacophony that ambushed the eyes, deafened the ears, and assaulted the nose. At first I felt out of place, like an imposter, but, much like jumping into a cold pool on a hot summer day, it only took time to adjust to the cool temperature and wade in the pastel-colored water of chibi knickknacks and kawaii memorabilia, monolithic statuettes, and waifu pillows. The walls I had built up as an emotional barrier were slowly being eroded down, much like Attack on Titan, and I was beginning to enjoy myself. You know, it's easy to be judgmental, to scoff and disregard poorly fitting cosplays and less than amateur art as something beneath me. But the truth of it all lies so much deeper. A community, a sense of belonging, and a passion for all that is cute and kid. Bright as a star with unwavering sincerity. Is anime for everyone? Once I would have said no. But as my understanding of the stories and of the people have deepened and grown, I can with certainty say that there is an anime out there for everyone. This is Chatwin on the street. Signing off.
Damn, we need more
Thank
Chatwin
you,
on the
Chatwin.
street. Yeah, that was
Thank you.
oh, what was that at the end? What the...
Wait, what'd I miss? No, rewind. Oh, shit.
I guess you'll have to cut it and see.
I looked back for 1 second and I was like, what the hell?
You're right. I was off in my reverie. I'm like, what a good piece Chatwin did. And then, oh my God.
Oh, jeez.
Well-
yeah, man, that was a good video. I love your narration. The narration was the
Oh,
best
why?
part.
Thank you.
I was going to say, as someone who was a major and then eventually dropped out of a journalism major in college, you would have gotten an A for that.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, really, it's difficult to encapsulate what the anime convention was really all about.
Yeah. Well, why don't you tell us? Why don't you enlighten us a bit? How was it?
Hey, your video wasn't enough.
No, I'm saying, like, I don't know. I like go into detail. Like, obviously.
Oh no,
you know,
no,
like
it's for sure. So I mean, I would say a good way of putting it was like it was like Ren Fair for indoor kids.
Cool.
Nice.
It not as approachable, but definitely people more in their shell, but a commonplace nonetheless.
What was the coolest thing you saw there? Like that you thought was the coolest.
That I thought was the coolest.
Every time you move, your boobs move.
I know the jiggle physics is really quite remarkable.
You're talking to Chatwin. Right?
Yeah. Here, let me see if
Try
I
to put
can
two shirts
like
on
show
for a
off the
reason.
model a tiny bit more. Here, hold on. It might fuck with OBS though.
Whoa.
Here, hold on.
Whoa.
How did you
Alright.
get this model? Is this just like a?
I have my anime ways.
Did you buy this model at the convention?
No, I did not.
$499. 4,000 yen.
Yeah, I paid a Japanese
That's
guy
cool.
some socks.
Nice. There you go.
Yeah, and you can turn
That is
off
very
like
cool.
things. I think you can turn off like the bat wings and the little hat. There you go. Do you like the hat on or hat off?
No,
I'd
let's
say
go hat on.
Okay.
We're indoors.
Oh.
Let's be.
Yeah, sure.
Oh,
yeah,
hat off.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. All right.
yeah.
Yeah,
Sure.
she's
Could be a little
home.
more
She's-
casual.
Her shift at the vampire hospital is done.
Now, at the risk of getting too scandalous, is there a dress off, dress on button?
There
or
is not.
that,
No, you have to pay
okay.
the
All
big
right.
bucks for that kind of a
Must
VTuber.
every
Gotcha,
Chatwin episode
gotcha.
be us fucking cartoons?
I'm not sure what you're talking about.
Yeah, I'm sensing a theme here.
I really, to I guess get back to topic. I don't know if we left topic, but I think this is a great choice because I think all of us have a different approach to our history in anime. David,
Yeah.
you're a big Dragon Ball Z guy, right?
Yeah, love Dragon Ball Z. Loved Pokemon the anime. Yu-Gi-Oh. I don't know if you classify that as an anime. I guess it was.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
Loved Yu-Gi-Oh. Those were pretty much my big ones. I didn't really ever get into any other anime after that. I mean, I've heard of all of them. You know, the Cowboy Bebop and the Attack on Titan and the Bleach
Naruto.
and the Naruto. I tried Naruto, couldn't get into it. But again, I only gave it like a few episodes. Oh, I watched the Last Airbender, like the original one. I don't know if that counts as an anime.
That counts.
Yeah, it's kind of an American anime.
Yeah. But then more recently, I think I told you guys I've been getting into Solo Leveling.
Yeah.
Really love that anime.
Hell yeah.
That's it's freaking awesome. That's all about me. When you say like there's an anime for everyone, I truly believe that's true.
For
You
the
just gotta find
longest
the right
time,
one.
I didn't believe it. I did not. I don't know. And then it slowly dawned on me. You were gonna say something, Eric?
I thought of an anime that David would like. Sorry to be slightly off topic, but because the video game of it all reminded me, there's a popular anime called Delicious in Dungeon.
Oh, I've seen that. It's
based
great.
on video games, essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah. The main character, his whole party is wiped out by a dragon on like the 70th floor of a dungeon. It like a video game. It's like you start on level 1, you go down.
Mhm.
And his sister is in the dragon's belly, and it takes, a couple months to digest. So he needs to get a new party, travel down there. But since they're fucking dirt poor, they can't buy food. So they find like a dungeon gourmet who makes food out of monsters. But it's all like, it's basically a fake cooking show where they're like, oh yeah, no, listen, you get the slime from this monster, and then anyway.
But they cut it. They made the animation so nice, like Hayao Miyazaki food movies. Like the food in it looks just so nice.
What's it called again?
Delicious in Dungeon.
Delicious in Dungeon. All right, I'm gonna check that one out.
Yeah, very D&D vibes too.
Nice.
Mm.
And I want to check that older one you mentioned. What was that one you mentioned? Fusion? No,
Evangelion.
Evangelion. Yeah.
That's a
I'm gonna
classic.
check that out. I've been watching. I finished Dragon Ball Super. That was okay. I've been watching Daima, Dragon Ball Daima. That's pretty cool too. I like the animation there. Did a good job with that.
So at this point, is Go 10 already grown up? Because I know Gohan's basically like a 40.
No. So, and the Dragon Ball timeline gets super weird because I don't know if you know about Dragon Ball GT. So Dragon Ball GT came out after Dragon Ball Z, but Dragon Ball GT isn't necessarily canon. But in Dragon Ball GT, Goku gets turned back into a little kid, but Goten
Yeah.
is like a teenager, and then Gohan's like all grown up. In Dragon Ball Super, which also happens after Dragon Ball Z, Goten is still a kid, I'm pretty sure.
Wild.
Yeah. So people were like, how? And then in Dragon Ball Daima, I think Goten is also still a kid. But then people,
Goten's an old man. For
yeah, Goten's just
they're just
ancient.
getting everything out of there.
And people were like, how are they going to connect Daima to Super? Because apparently Daima and Super are both supposed to be canon, but in Daima, Goku goes Super Saiyan 4, but then in Super, he supposedly like forgets how to go Super Saiyan 4 or something. I don't know.
Bro, you are making the case of why I don't like anime.
You got to keep up with it all,
Fucking
man. And there's so many storylines. Yeah, it's crazy. So people are. I just like watching it and watching cool stuff. I just like watching cool battles and cool like animations.
Yeah,
and,
it's great when you're in it.
Yeah. So Dragon Ball Super, some of the animation was pretty wonky. It's pretty funky. It was not that great.
that's kind of the rub with those animes that last forever, where it's like, yeah, no wonder some of them don't look good because they've been going 700 episodes.
I mean,
and
One
it's like,
Piece was huge at the festival. Talk about a show
I
that's
imagine.
going on.
Haven't seen One Piece either.
I tried. And Chatwin, have you watched any One Piece?
I've seen like the first episode, and I'm not gonna even try. It's too much. They're in like what 2,000 episodes or something crazy.
Damn,
It's like
and they're
thousands.
starting over.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
The author was like, let's try it again, and this time, I don't know, maybe we'll make it right. And it's like, the other episode's 2,000 episodes long. Keep going with that one. Don't start over.
That's crazy.
I
I mean, Dragon Ball probably has around that many. If you count like Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, and then all the following ones, it's probably
In the
somewhere around there
movies,
too.
and,
All the movies, yeah. There's so many movies.
God, it is. I love anime. I have a weird. I don't know. I got into it more as an adult.
same.
I think, Chat, when you nailed something about the indoor kidness of it, where it's like,
Thank you.
it's fun to get into, and then I guess it's fun to discuss, but also I've just had fun going like, okay, that's that weird little business anime that I watched that I'll never ever talk to anyone again about, and just stuff it in a drawer and remember it fondly every now and then.
But there are hundreds, if not thousands, of people that probably know what that is at this kind of event.
Yeah,
It was amazing.
I did want to ask, were there any swords on there?
Were there any what?
Swords,
Like-
blades?
You could only bring in like plastic ones. You couldn't bring in.
Oh, there weren't any that you could buy, no metal.
No. This was not Ren Fair rules. It was definitely like 3D printed and plastic. And see, Ren Fair is definitely more outdoor kid. Or the upcoming pirate kid con that is coming. I don't know. I think it's this
Oh,
weekend.
there's a
Pirate Con?
Yeah, it's this weekend. Yeah, that.
Yo,
Is this in
ho, ho.
Vegas?
Yeah, it's.
Dude, why does Vegas get so many cool conventions?
I don't know, because we cool.
Pirate Con? I want to go to Pirate Con.
Yeah. So you got like
I love
indoor kids dressing up that are unapproachable, and then really extroverted kids at Pirate Con that are just begging to be like walked up to, and because they're in character,
Yeah.
30,000 Jack Sparrows in one spot. You could do the world a whole lot of good, all I'm saying.
Why is the rum gone?
It always seems like there's a Jack Sparrow at one of these things, and now a Mandalorian. There's always a Mandalorian floating around in these kind of cosplay things,
Yeah.
even
Yeah.
if he's not in the anime.
Is this your first kind of convention that you've been to? Anime or otherwise? Besides, I guess, Ren Fair. You've been to Ren Fair?
I've been to the Star Trek convention, which was super cool.
Interesting.
jealous.
Yeah,
I
there's
always miss-
all kinds of Star Trek has been coming to Vegas forever. It's kind of neat. It's pretty established.
Never got into Star Trek.
Even if you don't like Star Trek, it's like anything. It's nice if you're just like completely immersed into it.
Yeah. I went to the only one I've been to. I've always kind of wanted to go to Comic-Con, but at the same time, I'm an indoor kid, so seeing that is just like it's too
It's
much. Like,
overwhelming.
even that, yeah, I'm like I know it. I can hear it. I can see it. I can smell it. It's not. I don't want to. But one time my cousin came and we went to a retro video game convention.
Cool.
Because he's into like retro video games
seems
and getting
fun.
all the physical media.
Yeah.
It was pretty fun. It was still a little smelly, a lot of smelly people there, but got a lot of cool things. There's a lot of 3D printed merch. I got a Dragon Ball Z Funko Pop that I was looking for a while. A lot of cool stuff there.
It wasn't as smelly as I was expecting. I've always heard
Right.
maybe it's because it was extra ventilated. Like they had the fans on as high as they could. And there's
And a bunch of perfume bottles right in front of fans.
Yeah.
And,
But
We've been through this rodeo before.
yeah. It doesn't come out of the carpet for weeks.
Yeah,
I
I mean,
bet
even
so.
if you have like 1,000 decent smelling people, just like that many people is going to create
Yeah.
some
it's
kind
going
of
to take
weird
a handful of stinkers, and
Yeah.
that's. I would think maybe I'm just too optimistic on my view of my fellow man, but if I'm a geek and I stink, and I got a costume that I'm going to wear, at the very least, even if I don't shower, if I'm that stinky of a geek, the costume's going to be fairly clean because that's not something I wear every day.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
That Gengar costume is definitely a commitment. You got to walk around all day like that.
It wasn't even inflated. It was all farts in there.
Yeah.
It was, fart powered.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Power.
Okay. Do you mind if I ask a question, Chatwin?
Yeah, go for it.
What you both have a budget of let's say $2,000, and you have to make a cosplay for one of these types of conventions. What are you going to try and make in a costume of for yourself?
2,000?
2,000.
I would
They're
have to.
expensive. That shit is to get a good cosplay. It's not cheap.
No, it's not.
I'd have to hit the gym for a few months beforehand, but probably I'd go with Kratos.
Oh,
I think I'd make a good Kratos. I just got
in
to
time.
Paint.
We do it a year away, and Kid Vid can be the boy.
Boy. Come here, boy.
Come here, boy.
Fetch my axe, boy.
Good call.
I
Shit.
think, yeah. There's not when you're bald. There's actually a lot of things you can do because wigs. But bald with a beard is very specific because I can't shave. I don't want to shave off my beard, So I got to do someone who's bearded. So it's either bearded lady or Kratos.
Do you got one?
Okay, some of me, I got a joke answer, and I'm looking for a real answer.
Yeah, I have a joke answer too.
The hair lends itself well to a Joker kind of costume. The
Me?
Heath Ledger Joker. Yeah.
I've done that before. I did that for a high school.
Yeah, you mentioned it on the pod.
Halloween.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still don't have a picture of it, but since I've done that before, my joke answer is I would pocket most of the money and be Fat Thor from Endgame. Like David bulking up in the gym, I would bulk up at a Wendy's. And
Yeah, there you go.
What's a cool costume that I've seen? Oh, I got my answer. Ever since I was the tiniest boy, I always thought Cloud's sword from Final Fantasy VII, the big old thick, like
The Buster sword?
square-
Yeah.
just like a chunk of metal. I would love to have that. So the Cloud costume is secondary. I
Cloud
don't
would
care
be
if I
good.
look terrible as Cloud, but I want a perfect Buster sword.
Chubby Cloud would be hilarious.
I'm trying to think what. Yeah, Cumulus Cloud over here.
Cumulus Cloud. That's genius, bro. Genius.
And just like a 400-pound sword that I could barely lift up.
Hell yeah.
That's heaven, man.
What about you, Chatwin?
Yeah, Chat. What about you?
I would invest in propane and just go as King of the Hill, Hank Hill. The $2,000.
You don't even need to buy anything.
Yeah, I'll just
got the
invest in
closet.
propane.
Jesus. So I'm the only one taking my $2,000 to the Ren Fair to buy an axe for my my Kratos costume for anime.
I
con.
think about. I'm not really into the mecha. Like usually, it's like the big ass costumes that are like expensive, and I have never been really into the mech kind of things until Neon Genesis Evangelion, which is like so maybe something like that. I mean, shit, I wouldn't. That'd be kind of hype. One of those really big.
I watched
ones.
like Transformers is just like a cartoon, right? It's not really an anime.
Yeah, but
It's
what's the
drawn
line?
by the Koreans, so it has to be an anime.
yeah,
Anime
technically,
is just cartoons drawn in Japan and like
But that's the thing
Asian
is like
countries, right?
not technically because it has to be like the creators are also from Japan because by Chatwin's logic that we're going, The Simpsons is an anime.
Yeah.
They were they've been drawn in Thailand for 40 years.
Exactly.
But yeah, it's like because I guess
The Simpsons gets drawn in Thailand.
it has
in
been
Korea.
for forever.
Mhm.
Yeah,
I did not know
that's
that.
why it took so long. It would take like 2 months to do or 3 months to do Simpsons. Anyway, that's my own Simpsons episode. I think. What was the question?
Stop resizing.
Oh, sorry.
Stop flying at the screen.
I was drinking my LaCroix.
Just dragging her
Yeah, it must have rechained to the tracking.
My bad. I didn't mean to interrupt you, Eric.
No, you're good. I lost my train of thought. I forgot what we were talking about.
You know, while perusing the convention, it was kind of a funny anomaly. The attendees were of all walks of life, as you might imagine.
Yeah.
Like, and all ethnicities too. Like, tons of people. It really did not. I was trying to think if there was any ethnicity that wasn't represented, because so many people of different walks of life like anime.
You see a lot of Native Americans.
Maybe, honestly, maybe I wouldn't have known, but maybe
That one's like a census taker. Like, can I see your ID?
it would be interesting.
your-
I'm Croatian. Okay. Have a nice day.
Yeah. But what was funny was there was families, normal families pushing kids around, but there was a lot of
Yeah.
dads that were bringing their kids to it. And it just made me think that there must be like a lot of divorced dads out there bringing their kids for the weekend that just love anime.
Yeah, probably.
Hey, good excuse if you can get.
Yeah,
It is
divorced
you know,
dad hotspot.
That is a weird like cultural shift that we're seeing that would not exist when we were, I don't know, whatever those kids' ages are, under 10. My dad asked if I wanted to go to a Star Trek convention because I think my dad was a casual fan of Star Trek.
Cool.
And I said no, one, I'm at my dad's on the weekends and I want to play PlayStation 2 all weekend. But two, I hadn't seen any Star Trek. And now I guess that's the closest I could have gotten to a situation like that. And my dad was divorced, so
Yeah, there you go.
Divorced dad hotspot.
divorced dad hotspot.
The theory stands, Chatwin.
Oh my god. Yeah, all the single ladies out there, you know where we are.
You're gonna see an influx of single women. At the
Bachelor
You know what,
night
there's
is at a
safe
bar,
bets.
and bachelor night is a convention.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Star Trek still comes around. And now that I think about it, I go to the cowboy kind of convention too. That's pretty fun. There's like Cowboy Christmas.
That's
and
true.
There's all sorts of conventions. But the anime convention it's definitely its own flavor.
Yeah.
Did you something that I've seen on Instagram Reels and stuff are the celebrities who kind of just make a good side hustle going from convention to convention, signing shit, taking pictures and stuff. Were there any names that you recognize?
I am
at this convention?
so glad that you brought that up. I was just about to talk about that. So yes, there are folks, voice actors, that do this this rigmarole of following these festivals, and there was tons of them. There was a whole like autograph alley. So it would be voice actors from that have done multiple characters from all sorts of shows in this sad, lonely alley that one guy would probably know who you are and be like your number one fan, but you would otherwise never be recognized. It was real. It was amazing. Wow. But some famous people that actually went to this one, there was a lot of people. The voice of Winnie the Pooh was there, which was cool.
Jim Cummings.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
I seen him with my own eyes.
Oh, Paul.
Whoa.
Yeah, he was really cool. He had the longest line for sure.
He's the voice of Pete from the Mickey cartoons and Kingdom Hearts.
Mm-hmm.
Think.
Good guy. God, that's now I'm a little jealous. You saw Jim Cummings? in
Yeah,
person?
yeah. I follow him on Instagram. He's really cool.
Damn.
Yeah, and the voice of
David's been doing
oh no.
We should separate David's audio track and just have like a constant poo commentary throughout. Oh, they're still talking about anime.
Oh, jeez. Oh, Paul. Piglet. Where's the honey?
Also, your poo is like 2 degrees away from Rick or Morty from Rick and Morty.
Yeah.
Oh, geez, Piglet.
What the hell, guys?
Sorry, chat, to interrupt.
No.
Any other?
Yeah.
Did you get an autograph?
No, I didn't want to bother him. His line was long. It was just to gaze upon the shining face of Pooh Bear was pretty good. It's good enough.
You saw him Cummings?
I did. He was lovely. It was like a friendly old man. He was very cool. And the Sonic the Hedgehog voice was there, and Shadow and Knuckles.
Ben, what's his name?
No, the video game.
Like the video game one?
Probably.
I would imagine Ben Schwartz would be a huge game.
Yeah. No, not Ben Schwartz. Not the movie one.
Ben Schwartz.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, Knuckles is like Idris Elba, isn't it?
Yeah.
He's
just working
Idris
the
Elba
boot.
is bored as hell.
He would be.
Yeah, he's like, the hell am I doing here?
Multi-millionaire. Why am I here?
And I will say that there was a lot of washed up Power Rangers that were showing up from every series. They're not washed up. That's mean. They're very nice.
I'm the 17th Pink Ranger.
I was gonna say, I was gonna correct you. I'm like, you know what? If there's any celebrities that have the time to watch this show, it's a Power Ranger. So I'm not gonna trash talk.
No,
the only way I'll
they were
trash
very
talk
cool.
is saying that they would listen.
Yeah.
God, can I tell a quick convention story?
Please.
That has nothing to do with me, but the dude who voiced Mario for like 20 years, Charles Martinet, started and ended his Mario career at conventions. When he was like some random comic, they hired him to do Mario's voice at business conventions to like show, hey, Nintendo, this is in the early 80s. Nintendo has technology. We have a guy, we can broadcast Mario's 3D face and Mario will talk to the businessmen. And they hired this dude to go, oh, hey, look, the guy from CNN. Hello, CNN. And
It's you, Marco.
oh, Jeffrey Epstein. And then that got him the voice of Mario,
Little
like
Mrs.
officially,
Doubtfire
for Mario 64.
Wow.
And from then on, he kept the job. And, I think he's now in his like mid 70s, but he's a convention circuit like madman. I followed him for a while, and it's like, off to Sao Paulo, Brazil, and after that weekend's over, he's like, off to Chicago, another convention, and it's like, Jesus, it's a full on rock star career if you can get it.
Yeah. That's really cool. He's a cool Instagram to follow as well. I like Charles Martinet or whatever his name is.
Man,
I was taking a piss, and Prince Zuko was taking a piss next to me.
whoa.
Prince Zuko, what are you
What's that
doing here by the urinal?
Who's Prince Zuko? What am I?
From
He's
Avatar.
the bad guy from Avatar.
Oh,
The guy with the scar on his eye?
I was gonna say, were
Oh,
you pissing
yeah,
on his
yeah,
burnt side or his non-burnt side, Chatwin?
I don't know. I didn't. It would be rude to
Oh.
look.
You should have leaned over and just been like, "Is it warm? Like, does it burn coming out? You should get that checked out." I don't think the Fire Nation can help you with that.
That's kind of the rub of wearing a costume to one of those things, because you're getting jokes all day, and unless you're like a good improv-er, you're gonna be going, huh? Yes, okay, goodbye. I was dressed as Willy Wonka for a Halloween carnival at Vegas or at Vidor, and I didn't have enough Wonka patter. People kept going, "Oh, hey, Willy Wonka, Willy Wonka." I go,
Say
"Hello,
something funny.
my actual name is Eric Helling. I'm not actually Willy Wonka. Please don't call me that name." And
Do a little dance, Wonka.
Oh.
Do a little dance.
Come on, Candyman. Dance.
Come on, Candyman, dance.
No, I wasn't talking about a guy in cosplay as Prince Zuko. I was talking about
Oh, you mean-
the actual voice actor for Prince Zuko.
That's what I thought you meant. That's what I
Yeah.
thought you meant.
Oh,
Yeah, it was really
Here's-
cool.
Here's an Eric cosplay from the files.
Oh my god.
Okay, we could cut that.
Chucky?
I'm not gonna be embarrassed because that's on your phone.
Good point.
How'd you get that so
Oh, you
quickly?
don't even know how many photos. I have a whole album dedicated to just you, baby.
Oh no. It's an episode I'm
I
not.
was looking for the Willy Wonka picture because I could have sworn I had it, but it's actually just you in a little hat. I don't know if that counts. I was like, I swear I have a picture of you as Willy Wonka. No, it's just a
I like the
little
idea of you going to Siri, like, search Eric, Willy Wonka. All I found was Eric in hat. Searching archives.
hat. Shit. Pretty accurate.
Oh, man. So, chat, I gotta ask, who's your waifu? Who, you have to buy a pillow. Who are you buying a pillow for?
So I found the old pillow booth, and I was hunting because I was just getting it as a joke, just a joke. I was just getting it,
Just a
I was
joke.
just getting
Yeah,
it, just a joke.
Yeah,
Just a
just
gag.
joke.
And they didn't have any of the waifus or animes that I had watched. Tons of Attack on
Oh.
Titan, tons of VTubers, tons of schoolgirl animes and shit like that. But
Now, for the uneducated, this pillow is, I'm guessing it's like a body pillow?
yeah, it's a big ass long pillow that you put
Which is like
essentially just
They're printed
yeah,
on
it's
it?
a pillowcase.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And apparently people
It's
fuck
for
them.
snuggling.
Oh.
Oh,
Okay. Are
I don't
are
think
there
that they
pre-installed-
do. I actually, yeah. I mean,
I thought they were just for snuggling.
I would hope so.
Interesting. All right. I'm sorry I asked. Continue.
Yeah. Anyway, no, they didn't have any of the waifus that I would actually, because I don't want some sleazy like.
When you don't know.
Yeah, I need to know who's lying next to me. You know.
You need Bulma or someone familiar.
Exactly. I'm not just buying some sexy anime lingerie girl, and I'm not
Princess
cheap.
Ada from Bug's Life.
Yeah. Yeah, sure.
Does your current avatar have a name?
It came with a name. Yeah.
What was her name that she came with?
I'm afraid if I look for it, my computer will crash.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, well,
it is running
do you have
on
a name?
all the fans that it has, just trying to push out this this stream.
Is that why her eye keeps twitching?
Brother, it is
2000,
lagging like hell. It is much smoother if I'm not like running it through OBS.
You know, in the background there is smoke coming.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah,
weird.
I'm really hoping that I make it to the whole hour.
That's just the visual effects included in the in the package.
Yeah, that's the budget of Everything is Everything, folks.
Yeah.
We're putting everything we got towards this 3D waifu.
Yeah, my little laptop is breathing heavy.
chugging hard.
Yeah.
All right, nice. Well, I mean, there any other tidbits you want to share besides your
Here, let me look. Yeah, so I saw it.
swing and booballs?
Yeah. Yeah, what did I say here? Saw the Avatar panel, which was cool. Avatar, The Last Airbender, all the voice actors came. And saw Big Sonic. And
That was cool.
yeah,
Big Sonic.
I don't know. I it seems lame, but those anime cars are pretty fucking fire.
Yeah, some of those look pretty cool.
Yeah. I'm kind of a sucker for them. I know they're lame, but damn it, some of them are very cool.
I have one. Let me see if I can find the picture. I had one in my old apartment parking garage, and it was like
Like I'm gonna, if I ever do it, it's got to be
Completely.
gooner. It has got to be just
It is-
downright disgusting.
it was completely covered in anime decals.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can find it.
I gotta give him credit because you know what? It's easy to make fun, and I appreciate us. We haven't made too much fun because we're all kind of on the fringe here. But you know what? When you're all in on anime, Chatwin, like you said, when you're deep in the addiction, there's a pride there. You know, they're not ashamed to
No.
completely cover up their back window with stickers or to, like those cars, drop $10,000 on a decal for a really nice car. They love it, and I can't blame them. You know, I just don't have the time for a long anime. That's kind of my big fence to getting into your One Pieces and your Narutos and stuff. Is
Demon Slayer was another one that was kind of pretty popular.
that's
and
a huge one. Hunter x
Hunter x
is another
Hunter.
one I've heard.
Yeah,
of.
yeah.
That's another
But-
reason I really like Solo Leveling is because it like cuts out all the fluff, and it's like each season is like 8 episodes. or something
Yeah.
like that. All right,
Anime's
this
full of
I must
fluff.
be misremembering. I mean, it was an anime card, but it's not covered in anime.
That's cool.
Whoa. What does it say? Girls
Oh, shit.
dead?
Girls Dead Monster must be an anime,
Oh.
or it might just be her. This person's thing.
Or that's a very, very obvious serial killer. They're playing it risky.
You're right.
Yeah, my ideal anime is it's like one season. It's basically Evangelion. It's one season. It's a little under 30 episodes.
Yeah,
And then, you get in and out in a month and a half.
agreed.
And
Bebop's
got a
one
good
season
movie.
too.
Right. And Berserk.
Yeah,
I was
that's
going to
another
say,
one.
David, you should join us in watching Berserk.
Berserk.
It's basically, Cloud Sword?
Yeah.
They got that idea from the dude from Berserk. It's a big old square sword, and he, chops. But in my opinion, it does Game of Thrones better than Game of Thrones. It's not like a huge fantasy sci-fi bullshit. It's just fantasy swords. And
Is it on Netflix?
Chatwin got it from archive.org. I think it's on one of the
I'll check Crunchyroll.
one
Maybe
of
it's on
the anime
Crunchyroll.
streamers. I'll text.
Yeah. It's an old one.
There's
but people
a-
rave about it.
Oh, check it out.
I love it.
There's another section of anime that we haven't really talked about. I don't know if you got that on your list.
Well, everything is
Everything is everything.
and now we know David's next episode.
Hentai. Woo! No, but honestly, when you're like scrolling through Crunchyroll, there's just some like you got to be careful what you click on, man. There's
Really? Crunchyroll's
some-
full of that shit?
dude, there's one called Valkyrie Drive that my cousin was like, dude, have you heard of Valkyrie Drive? I was like, no. He was like, log into the Crunchyroll, check it out. I accidentally stumbled upon it. It's pretty wild.
Oh,
All right.
stumbled and fell into it, huh?
Yeah. So apparently it's about these like women on this island and they are like at war or something. I don't remember the beginning. I wasn't paying that much attention, to be honest. But for them to be able to like fight each other, like one woman is the weapon and the other woman is the like wielder of the weapon. But for them to like achieve their weapon and attacker forms, they have to make each other.
Okay.
Yeah. And that's how they then transform into the like she has an orgasm and then transforms into a sword or a gun.
That's so
or
much work. I wouldn't want to be a hero.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, apparently they're really good at it because it happens in like a few seconds. Man. But yeah, that you got to be careful what you click on because there's some crazy stuff out there.
There's a pull quote on that anime now from David as a review. Apparently, they're very good at it.
Yeah, so there's that fun section too.
Yeah, you know what?
Anime world
that makes its own money, as we could see from Chatwin's video. There's a lot of sexiness on sale. Sex sells, animated sex.
The boom buzz.
I will say there was quite a few like furries and you know like as you might expect at one of these festivals. But honestly, people didn't bat an eye. Not even I batted an eye. I was just like, it just
because what are you gonna do?
I used to. I mean,
hunt them down.
Yeah, like what are you gonna, do? Shame.
Well,
yeah, like what are you gonna do?
At a certain extent,
Stare,
it's like nobody cares. Everyone in this building is very non-threatening.
Yeah, exactly.
And secondly, I think years ago people would have been appalled to see a furry running around, but now it's just so like, who cares? I don't know.
we got other things running around. We don't need to worry about someone in a costume.
Exactly. Furries are like the least of our worries these days.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. But so it was funny. I was standing there and they had a police presence, you know. They asked cops to be there to you know, be cops and stand around and be a cop. But I could not help but think that either the cops think that this is the goofiest bunch of anime fans ever, or they're secretly anime fans themselves.
I bet it's both.
I bet
there's
it's
at least
both.
One of the deputies was like, "Oh shit, the anime. Oh wait, they haven't assigned cops on duty for that anime convention.
Right?
Perfect. I don't have to take the day off.
I'm taking that one, boys."
It's so easy because no one's gonna do anything. There's no one that's gonna like. No, confrontation is far outside of the limits of everyone in that building.
Yeah.
Impossible.
Yeah, you'd be surprised though.
Maybe. I mean, sure.
Yeah. But yeah, for the most part, yeah.
Yeah, it was fun. I don't know if I'll go again next year. Maybe. I will say I do have beef with it a little bit. Is that and this is just a technical beef, is that the convention itself was all hard walls. So the sound was terrible. Echoey, there was no sound dampening. So all of these talks that were, you wanted to hear what these voice actors were commenting, and it was bouncing into this echoey like drone. It was terrible. They really needed carpet because the audio in that whole place was just terrible.
Yeah, usually they put up like curtains and stuff between
anything,
sections.
literally anything, but it was just this hard surface everywhere you looked. So you couldn't hear what everyone was saying. It was kind of a letdown.
They got to go to like a conference hall next year. You know, go to Station Casino.
Totally.
And rent out one of those conference halls.
Yeah.
Damn. Well, hey, overall, if that's your biggest nitpick, you did okay. You didn't end up getting gored by a samurai sword. You didn't end up shoulder checked by that large Gengar.
I could have.
Okay.
Did you end up purchasing anything?
Dude, I was looking for anything to take home, but
No, nothing.
no, just
I,
food.
At the let me see. I have something I got from the retro game convention.
Oh, cool.
Good on you though, for sometimes these things really do pressure you into you have to leave with something, and that's it's your choice. Nothing.
I would have really
Nothing-
liked to have taken something home, but it didn't really have any of the animes, like I was telling you, that I liked. So I was like,
That's wild that even didn't have a price.
I know. Maybe I just didn't look hard enough.
Well, and then again, it's like it's popular, but it's old.
Yeah.
There's nothing new Evangelion coming out, so I guess the product is coming
It
out. I
was
don't know.
such an overstimulation too. There could have been a million things that I missed just because there's, like I said, statuettes and stickers and all these knickknacks, and I mean it's not
I saw there was a
cheap
big
either.
Titan. That's crazy.
Huh?
The Titan mouth that was like the entrance.
Yeah,
or
right?
something?
But
That's
all
cool.
of this merchandise was not cheap. People pay hand over
Oh, yeah.
fist for anime stuff. It's crazy.
Yeah. Same with the retro video game convention. There was so much shit that was so expensive. I was like, how are you asking for thousands of dollars? Who's going to pay for this? And like,
People do.
will.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this actually kind of pertains to anime, some of them, but at the retro video game convention, I found this booth that had like custom Lego minifigures. And
Ooh.
so I got some Dragon Ball Z ones.
Oh,
Got
Vegeta.
was that Gogeta? Got
Oh, those are
Vegito,
cool.
Vegito Blue. Got Trunks, and then I
Yes.
got Kratos, the original Kratos God of War, and the new God of War Kratos.
Nice.
And then these are just some older ones I had, some Star Wars ones. I didn't get these at the convention.
Obi-Wan.
And then these
Kid.
are classic Star Wars ones that I haven't put in the case yet. These are from like my old Lego sets, like back when I was a young kid, back when Lego still did the Simpsons Lego pieces. Everyone
back
was
when they were
yellow.
yellow.
Yeah.
So we got Qui-Gon, we got Padme.
Wait, so not everyone's yellow?
No, now
No,
they're
now they do like their
normal
correct
color,
skin
like
tones.
skin tone color.
Oh my god. I
Yeah.
never.
Back in the yellow days.
Wow. That kind of Mandela'd me
so-
a little bit. I forgot.
Yeah, so back in the day they were all yellow. They were all yellow colored.
Yeah.
And then you had Qui-Gon, or not Qui-Gon, Jar Jar. Jar Jar wasn't yellow colored, but yeah, they were all yellow colored. So these are actually pretty. These might be worth quite a pretty penny, but I'm gonna
They're
throw
cool.
them in the case here.
Yeah.
Yeah, classics. Got little baby Anakin there too.
That looks weird.
So yeah, those are my. And then I got like a little 3D printed Gengar pencil holder that's at my office, at the office.
I never understood the statuettes kind of phase. People love these statuettes.
Oh, the
Anime
figures.
and even not anime, like superheroes and video games.
Yeah.
The statuettes, like, where do you put them all in your house?
It takes up so much space.
Some people just have literal like cases for them. And then
I
it's
know,
like
I've
you're
seen
it's
them,
like you're
like
looking-
rooms.
Yeah, it's like you're looking at the display in the store. It's nothing. I mean, I can't judge. I have so many Legos.
Essentially. That's so wild to me. Yeah, it's such a pricey. They're always kind of like the main object in the center of a comic book store is all the statuettes, and at a GameStop, there's always one good statuette behind glass. And I don't know.
I mean, they're cool. Don't get me wrong, but but I'm not into.
They're
them.
not that. Cool.
No, no, they're not. Those in fucking Funko Pops. I hate Funko Pops.
Shots fired.
I know.
Shots fired.
I'm sorry, David, but Funko Pops
I mean, I don't love them. I
are
just have
the bane.
There's people that have insane collections of Funko
This-
Pops, and I think that's a little crazy. I have like maybe 20 total, and it's just ones that I like really care about.
Ugh, I hate them. I hate the look of them. I hate everything about them. I don't know.
Yeah.
So,
Something
the
about
great
them.
Funko Pop debate would be a good episode. Even though it sounds like David kind of agrees with you anyway, so not really.
Yeah, like I'm not married to them. They're-
I think where
Hearts
I
of
land
plastic.
is like I liked them when they first came out. They should have probably stopped around 2019. Like they got as many characters as they got, and they're like, we're done. Now let these bitches appreciate, and in 50 years they'll be worth hundreds probably.
God, there's so
And then
many
just
of them.
keep going.
There's some now that are like worth thousands. I have one that's very expensive. Not very expensive, but it's worth like $300 plus.
Damn.
It's LeBron James, but when he was on the Miami Heat, so he has the Miami Heat jersey.
That is actually impressive.
Yeah.
Because it's like a historical artifact. They're not going to make another one now.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say LeBron James with hair. And I was like,
Wow.
He definitely has hair. So yeah, I mean, I feel you on that. It is a. I mean,
People love him.
He's-
I don't understand it. I want to strangle him.
some people have literally whole walls. Whole
Dude,
walls.
this whole
in
place
the
was full of them. Stupid little boxes with their stupid little eyes. I hate them.
I like the fact that I kind of like, contrary to what Eric said, I kind of like the fact that there is a Funko out there for everyone, though. Like, no matter your anime, no matter your cartoon or your interest, or even like TV shows, movies, whatever it is, there is a Funko. Like, I've gotten a couple
old
from my
grandpa.
mom.
you
Who,
could
like,
get, you could get like an I Love Lucy.
yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? Like, that's kind of nice.
So even old people can piss Chatwin off.
God damn it.
Yeah.
I hate them.
Go over to Grandma. Grandma, what the fuck? Why do you have so many Funkos?
Look at my FDR Funko.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
All right. Well, anyone else you want to throw a hate at or shade at or
No. In fact, I would like to just really thank all of them for, I guess, putting in a great effort and being some of the best people watching for a good Sunday afternoon. A little pink curled girl could ever ask for,
No.
it was cool. It was nice to see the community. I've never been a part of the anime community, so it was cool to, even though it was uncomfortable, to eventually, I don't know, appreciate what other people devote so much of their day and time and lives into. So it was
money.
fun and money. Yeah.
Yeah.
You did some pop culture anthropology, Chatwin, and I applaud you for it. I think this has been interesting, and I don't know. Maybe I'll get some ramen for dinner tonight. No, I'm making chili. I was telling David, I'm a chili man.
I actually ate ramen right before stream.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah. I had a bowl. I was like, I'm kind of hungry. This is quick. Eat some ramen. Good to
How
go.
serendipitous.
Indeed.
Well, everything is anime.
Everything is anime.
Yeah.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Everything is Everything is an ABD Productions podcast. Executive produced and hosted by David Abdu, Chatwin Cray, and Eric Kelly. Video and audio captured by Riverside.fm. If you have any inquiries, please reach out to us via everythingiseverything69@gmail.com. Thank you for listening.